Howdy, folks. Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG All the Mods 8 server, hanging up here at my mob farm, because I wanted to show off some way that I've been killing those apotheosis bosses, especially the high-end mythic ones, because they're hard to kill. My sword will do maybe 1 hit point to them. I definitely need something better, but you know, I'm okay with that. Oh, there we go. Because why am I hitting the wrong keys? I'm hitting definitely the wrong keys. Anyway, what I've been doing is I've been using this in here, and I can either put a mob right here. Let's look at him. Okay, this one, he's got high armor, but his hit points are going down, which is great. I do like that. Here's a shulker. I'll wait for that later. Here's another one of the bosses. Oh wow, he died fast. Some of these, you know, with so much health, it takes a while. And now he's dead. Yay. Did I get stuff? Oh, I got a bunch of stuff. I typically like not to pick it up, let other stuff pick it up, but you know, that's okay. How are you doing health-wise? Oh, he also went fairly fast. The, oh, here, I've got a gas. I picked that up in the nether too. And then this guy is a shulker, which I put on one of these 3 squares just because they stick around. And these sometimes don't take hardly any damage. Because when they're closed, they have really hard armor. You can see it's bouncing between 17 and 27. And so this one sometimes can take a long time. Let's go ahead and hit C, and let's put those away up here. And then I want that. Let's put that in there. Let's go downstairs, and I've got a bunch of items here I want to dump into there. The rest of the stuff should come into here. Oh. The shield went away. I think, yes, I've got a shielded, I void shield. Oh, and I got a shulker shell. But I look at these and I go, I don't need this one, and I don't need that one, and there's nothing here. You know, quick look at the spells. Yeah, none of those spells that I care about. This Fortune 4, I think I've got a... I'm trying to remember. Fortune 4. Oh, that's worth stripping so I can make a Fortune 5. And then, yeah, I don't care about you either. Okay, so I'll snag you two, grab out the iron ingot out of there, and that will start processing the stuff from here. And it's interesting that it processes from the back. I figured it would pull from the front, but it doesn't. Anyway, and I'll put that in there so it just kind of automatically blocks it when it's done processing. And yeah, I get netherite ingots occasionally out of this, which is handy. Anyway, but mostly I've been looking for some cool items, and that's how I've gotten these armor bits. All of them have 2 sockets, except for the pants, which has 3, and I've already added 2 plus 12 health gems onto them, which is why I've got greens and a whole bunch of blue hearts in there, which is very, very handy. All right, so enough of that. Let's go back to home. And if I stand right here, you can see my saturation is 100%, but my deep fried shrimp have not gone down very much at all. And that's because I haven't been eating much. Because if you see in the bottom right corner, I've got a saturation module going on within a 5 square radius. So if I return to base, I'm within the, and I'm 100% saturated with food, which is fantastic because that works out great. You, I'm just going to dump in there for right now because I'm not going to do anything. Let me show you. If I drop down here, break this, I was going to set this up as this room down even further with all the stuff from the mines. I was going to do it over here, but I'm running into my power generation with lava over here, so I can get rid of it. Anyway, so there's my environmental controller set up with the saturation module. It's only me. It's just at the height of my feet and a radius of 6. So I'm pretty limited in its use, but that works. I like that sort of benefit. Let's see, what else was I going to do? Oh, One of the things I want to do in this video, I wanted to change some things about the way power is being used. And if we go down, oh yes, we want to go down this one. Yup. This has been working fantastic. I did go up here and flip the switch so it's off, mainly because I don't need it constantly cycling, just because the passive power gets pulled from here for running the base, and I don't want to do that. Instead, I want to do some power, and I've got the energizing orb I had made earlier, and I thought I could just put it on top of one of these dimensional cells, but no, they need a specific energizing rod to give them power. But this right here is my setup, and it's usually just pure vanilla mechanics for putting in 2 items into the orb. And right now it's locked because I got that turned on. So, but I can't actually build anything here yet because I don't have any power for it. So let's come over to here. So, oh, blitz seeds, I made those. I was same with the blitz and the basalts. I grabbed those in my little mob orbs and then duplicated them enough times to fill up my soul jars to make the seeds. Anyway, don't care about that. Let's get rid of them there. All right, back into here. To make the energized steel and the blazing crystal, the niotic crystal, the spirited crystal, and the nitro crystal, I need these energizing rods, and I don't have any of them. This one is the spirited level, which is the most I'm going to make. There's a higher tier, but it has a higher in and out, and my dimensional cells cap off at 20k, so it doesn't make sense. Let's go down one, down one, down one. Basic. Starter, because we have to start off at some place. So this here, I can make these things. In fact, let's make a recipe for that. Let's go here, click, 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 click. Too far. Let's go ahead and make a recipe. Why can't I shift click you in? I can. Okay, perfect. So I can make a recipe for you and then drop you into, this one's full, so we'll just drop that into you. And energizing, let's craft 6 of these. And, oh, we need to teach it how to make that. Okay, we can do that. Let's see. I don't know of a easier way to get to the recipe than to come to here. Let's make one of these. And then I need, because I can't like hit, oh, I can hit U for this. Okay, R for that. There we go. Now I've got these recipes. Dump those into there. Now I can make this rod. Rod is simpler than energizing. Let's go ahead and make 6 of these. Yay, auto crafting. It's a good thing. So I need at least these to begin with. Oh, they don't stack. I'm always surprised every time that happens. If I hit U to use, if I can make one higher if I've got this block of quartz. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So use, click that in there. We already learned that block of quartz. I think I have, yeah, I've got those set up. So let's dump you guys into the system and let's make the next tier up, which would be better. Rod. I want to make 6 of you. I don't know why it needs to make any of these since I already have the basics. Oh no, there's the starters. There's, okay. Go for it. Yeah, it did pull those out. All right. Perfect. Let's go down. And I've got my energy cube set up here, and it's set to output on all the sides. There. So now I can actually empower stuff in here. So if we take a look at the, I should have the 4 listed here. and absorption. There we go. A to add that because now I can hit U to use, and there's recipes we can put in here. The thing I'm looking for right now is this, the energized steel. It's just iron and gold, but I can also do stuff. Oh, here, let's control G, iron. Let's do this in 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's do some gold. You can also do compressed. One more. So if I put you in there and you in there, and then I throw the switch, as soon as it gets 2 items in the orb, the comparator will put out a strong signal of 2, which will lock these hoppers and prevent them. And you, why you know out? There we go. I hit and it didn't actually go out. So you can see it's zapping it with 90k of power. And then as soon as it's done, it's sucked out and dropped into this chest back here. And there's my block of energized steel, which I can break down. Now I can go down a step, down a step, down a step. The hardened capacitor needs the energized steel to make it. So while we're here, we might as well make the blazing crystal. So let's go ahead and Control G, blaze. Oh, I need to run my blaze farm because no, we don't have to run the blaze farm. We'll just steal it from the Botania area because that's where I've been shoving them all. Let's grab a stack. There we go. Oh, speed. The armor bits give me extra speed, and so it feels like I'm sprinting everywhere. I actually had to go into my field of vision and drop it to 60. Otherwise, it had that weird visual effect you get when you're going too fast. Don't like it. This, if I put them in one by one, it'll zap, and this is a lot more energy. Let's go ahead and reconfigure this for doing 2. I need one more bit of redstone there. And oh, I need the repeater to go here. So this is the configuration. Let's add the locking mechanism here. This is the configuration for doing 1 item at a time. As soon as, if there's 2 items, it outputs a signal of 2, which locks both of these hoppers. But if there's 1 item in there, it outputs a power of 1, which I'm strengthening with the repeater, which will then lock the hopper. So if we turn that off, only 1 item gets dropped in and then gets processed. And if we take a look down here, there's my block of blazing crystal, which I can then break down into that. Let's go ahead. That's diamonds, that's emeralds. So let's go ahead and grab some diamonds. Let's do 5. Why not? And emeralds. Let's grab some more. And we'll just dump these in here too. I don't think I need a full stack of these. Let's hold off on that. Anyway, so that's just going to process these, and each one will take more and more power to convert, but that's okay. I've got plenty of power if I really need to. Once these are upgraded and they can go much faster, then I can turn on my reactor, and I'm plenty fine. So I'm going to go ahead and build up these energizing rods. They just need some of these things. It's the same sort of recipe for each layer. It just needs the specific, funky bit that power will generate. And I can at least make this, and I've got some of these to make the others, and I'll just continue. That went so much faster because these are all the Niotic, the diamond level ones, just because I wanted to speed this up. They were taking a lot more processing. So let's go ahead and spit those out. Now I've got bits. This has been cycling up and down, which has been great because I've been doing a lot of power through that. Let's dump these into the system. Oh, let's go back down there. Gimme. All right, let's upgrade all of these guys to the final tier. Well, there is a tier higher, but I'm not going to use it. So I want to rod. It's the Niotic. There's the Niotic. Spirited. That's what I'm doing. And if I look at this, I don't need to craft all these lower tier things. I don't know why it needs that, but I've got sufficient of the bits, so start. It's weird because these are here, but it's making them up from below. I don't get that. It should actually take these. Maybe because these have power in them, it's not seeing them. That's a bite in the shorts because it means I'm doubling these. I could go ahead and use them if they're still there. Let's take a look at the crafting monitor. And according to that, didn't look like it was. Oh, here, let's go back down here to rod. Yeah, it split them because, yep, these are here. That's not good. That's okay. I will go ahead and use them elsewhere. Speaking of using them elsewhere, there's this. The other thing that I've been really wanting is the player transmitter because it pumps power into anything you're holding that uses power. And I've got two things. I've got the wireless crafter as well as my ring, both of which use power. And so I want this. Now, recipe for this, it's the spirited tier, you need the Niotic tier. For the Niotic, you need the Blazing. Blazing needs Hearted. Hearted needs Basic. Basic needs the Starter. And for that, you need the Power Aerial Pearl, which you take this pearl here and you right click it on a zombie or a husk. Well, that was easy because I went over that way just a little bit to where it's dark in a cave, found a zombie, got it. So let's go ahead and make the spirited because no, what I want to do is make it, not this. Go away, you. Spirited. I want to craft this one because hey, I've got a recipe for it and it's missing the pearl. So let's toss you into the system and now we'll craft it. And this is why I love auto crafting. It's going to do all that intermediary stuff because I've told it how. Go. Let's take a look at what it's doing. And there's no upgrades to speed this up. It just works. All right, so spirited, and there's my transmitter. Let's take and move you up and you down. And let's go downstairs and through this wall because I have a convenient centralized piece here. Now, will you hang upside down? No, you won't. Will you hang on the side? Okay. It wants to always point up and it is slowly gathering power. These things will hold 400 million, which is more than what I currently have in my entire network. I have 72 million, which is okay. But what this should be doing, this should be, yep, this is powering up. And if we look down at my crafter, this would probably get powered afterwards. I wonder if I just put you into my inventory. Do inventory happen first? Nope. Looks like it's going to my angel ring first. Here, let's drop down. Are you not getting powered? Neither one of these are getting powered right now. All right, well, let's put you back in your slot. You should be getting powered. You're definitely not. Don't put you back in. Why are you not getting powered? Oh, I wonder if it's because it has to be being used. Yes, so since this is being used, it's going down. Oh, do I need to configure this for anything? Oh, I need to identify me. So it knows to go to me. For that, binding card, I need to make one of these. That's why. I was looking at the power going down and thinking it was going up, which it certainly wasn't. All right, so binding card. Let's make one of these blank cards. Do I have? Do I have? Let's go ahead and craft some of you and toss you away, and then go. All right, so there's blank card, and there it is. So then I can put you together, and that becomes a binding card. And if I right click it, it's now me. And now, oops, I got to go back down this way. So now, if I right click and put you in here, doink, look at that power going down. I know where it's going. So, oh, wow, that filled that up. And my little crafter is full too. So good. This will keep my angel ring constantly powered up. And because I've got the reactor downstairs, this is going to hold 400 million FE, which is a large amount of power. It didn't feel the need to go one step further. If we look at this spirited and then go one step higher to the nitro, it holds 2 billion FE, which is a large amount of power, which, you know, I'm okay with that. I just haven't made any of these nitro crystal bits, which energizing, I need a block of that, redstone, and another star. Shall we make one? Let's. All right. So I need another star, and I've got a few. Most of these from this essence, and then I need some redstone. I need 2 of you. Oops. And then clear you out of the way. And then I also needed blazing. I need 9 of you. All right. Let's. I should set these up so that they're compacting for me. Let's go downstairs. And nope, keys. All right. Let's put you and you and you. Then you and you and you. There we go. Yep. Plenty of power. This is going like gangbusters. It only has a certain speed at which you can input stuff. This, because as soon as I put this in, that locks. So for 4 items, I just do it manually. And yes, there are ways of doing that. I could use the RF Tools Crafter to do that. Wow, that was way faster than I expected. That is way faster than I expected. Okay, so there's the nitro crystal. Although I think one of the things I'd want to do, just because of what it's doing here, I need to make me a nitro crystal essence and grow those nitro crystals. Because if we look at the use of this, this gives me this nitro crystal, which surround that with a nether star, and boom, I've got my nitro. I think that's probably far easier than doing this process. Because I can grow both the stars and the nitro essences. I love it. So I love being fully powered up. Let's dump you into the system. Oh, and then I don't think I need these patterns anymore. Or these. Let's put the seed back into place. I don't need, I doubt that I'm going to be making, no, I need to actually fix this so that these all get, if we look at rod, stop grabbing stuff, rod. Since I've got 6 of these and 6 of those, I should at least upgrade these Niotic to the spirited, just because they're so close. Might as well do that. But I'll probably need to do this manually, just because these are a pain. Let's see. Anyway, I will do that later, not right now. Now, you may think I'm crazy, and, you know, get in line. A lot of people think I'm crazy because I spent all that time developing that wireless charger so that I would have, you know, my stuff charged remotely. And then I did this here at my charging station. I now have a creative wireless crafting grid, which doesn't require power after having gone through all that to do it. And the reason why is I had lots of power. So if you have 2 billion RF or FE kicking around, you can use the energizing orb to make it powerless. And I'm okay with that. I'm gonna do that. Yes, and I also made 4 of these ender cores, which is pretty simple. They just go poof, and they're made instantly. Let's put this away because I like having access to my crafting stuff. Yay! No power used for that anymore. Because I want to do something with my power. This is generating power, and way up at the top, I've got windmills that are also generating power, and I'd like to have the power generation separate as far as the power is concerned from my running network, and all these dimensional cells are the running network that I'm using. So yeah, I've got the aluminum blocks here for holding stuff because we're going to build some things. Let's come up in here. And well, we look over here. One of the things I did is set up the patterns for these batteries, and it just needs the various bits and pieces and doodads and whatnot. And anything else? Nope, just that. All right, so what I'm going to do, first let's use the ender core. We can use it with these gates, which means you can just slap them down and power things rather than having that cube, the power cube. I kind of like the dimensional cube, but this right here is an ender cell that's nitro level, and it doesn't need to build the previous things, which I think is fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and make 4 of these because, you know, I've got these here, and it's just obsidian and nitro crystals. I've got that. Oh, will they not stack? No, they will not stack. Okay. The thing about these, now that I've built them, I'm committed. The thing about these is they have power in here, and kind of like the dimensional cells, this bank of power they have is shared across all of these. Plus, I can set these edges. I'm getting the overlap of the other stuff there, but these little guys here, I can change to inputs and outputs. And so I've got 6 sides to play with stuff. So let's take this and let's go upstairs to the top to here to our windmills, and let's take this power cell out of there, and I'm going to put this ender crystal right there, and let's make sure that it's not ignored. Let's stop. No, there. Nope, that didn't. There. Now I can access these things. Let's go ahead and receive. Let's go ahead and set all of these to receive. You should be getting power inside. Why are you not getting power inside? It should, unless it needs a battery here. Let's go make some batteries. And since we're here, let's go click on the top. I unclicked the option here in JAI that automatically selects this because it means I can't type anything down here because the focus is up there. Anyway, I want battery, and I want the top tier battery, this one, the nitro. It holds 2 billion. So, let's make a few. And I have all the bits to make 4. Okay, let's make 4 for the fun of it. And if this does what I'm hoping it does, then I'll have all sorts of storage for being able to, all the inputs, the reactor, the windmills up at the top, all of those will feed into these nitro batteries, and then from there we'll go into my dimensional cells. That's the plan. Well, we'll see how it works, because I didn't test it beforehand. And I should test these things beforehand, but I didn't. And I think wirelessly, these are getting power, yes. Which I don't actually need, but that's okay. Because if we go back up to the mob farm up here, I'm going to take one of these guys and just right-click this. Okay, I'm going to take and put that in. Okay, so now this will hold 2 billion FE. And if I put this other one down and look at it, it's sharing that network. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. And if I click this in, now it holds 4 billion in that network. And if we go up here and take a look, that's 4 billion in here. So let's go ahead and add the others. So my Ender Cell network now holds 8 billion RF. So that's a lot of power, which is fine because a lot of it can just be the windmill generating stuff. And, you know, that's free. It just takes time. And well, what do I care? I've got lots of time. I do want to take this out and put this guy in here because now this I want to set up to be extract in all directions, which means these guys, yes, are getting powered up. So that's how from this ender cell network layer, my dimensional cells are get powered. And this guy over here is getting another one. So let's go ahead and go think and put you, make sure you are extracting in all directions. Cool, that's what we want. And then down here, I'm gonna get rid of all these guys because I probably only need this one right here. Let's put you here. And I'm going to set this up to receive in all directions, but in this this direction coming, you know, that can extract, above can extract. Can I right click? Nope, it's left click. So that can extract, that can extract. What I'm looking for is this is facing south. Yeah, this one facing south is receiving, and this one down here is also extracting. So if I come up here and I go doink, then this guy can go here and here. And why can't I'm jumping? Thank you, Charlie. Quit scratching on my leg. And let's break this and wow, fall down into the caverns below. And then I'll put this there. And these guys are going to, looking at them, yeah, they all have the million stored power, so that's fine. I don't need a separate, like this guy, because these 5 here will charge this up, and that'll be just fine. And this way, I can pump power from here. In fact, let's do that, because why not? So this can run, and this will pump power into my nitrocell even faster. Why are you going down so much? What the? Huh? Where is this power going to? Okay, let's turn you off. Because wow, I didn't want to use the. I wanted to come up. I'm having real problems double clicking the space bar to jump up. Where is this power going to? Because looking at this, this is stored, that's stored. I'm questioning where this is going. What's how? Oh, are these things getting power? No, I don't. I am not figuring it out. Let's go ahead and set all these guys to input. That way, each one of these dimensional cells can support 20,000 RF in and out. Well, now it's in, and that's 20,000 times 6. That's a 120K plus another 120K over here. Set you for in. So that's 240K that I can power into my network. So if I'm running a builder and it's using a lot of power, I've got lots of power in there. Now the question is, where the heck is this power going to? Oh, I bet you it's going down here. Yes, this is what's doing it. This is getting the power because I had those batteries, and they could hold up to 2 billion each. This right here is where the power was going first. All right, you know, I can speed this up by putting this here and setting that as out. So now this should be powering up twice as fast, 40K. All right, I didn't expect this to suck up so much power. The benefit now is my wireless wind generators up above. Let's turn this back on because it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. The generators up above are generating gobs of, well, not gobs. They're generating a small amount, but of consistent power. Whereas this one, you know, the big reactor is going to be eating up uranium. Not too much, because yeah, to do the 2 billion for that, it ate about 14, 15 ingots. That's pretty cheap considering I've got a lot of uranium in ingots. But what this will do, now that this is running, is it will charge the power up above, which will keep my my ring in good order, which is great. But that also holds a huge amount of power. And now I've got good power here, which means I can go to the mining dimension, or if I need to use that builder in something that's really expensive, I have massive power banks to do so. You know, I've got 72, right there. I've got 76 million RF in my dimensional cells, but eventually, when this is all said and done, I'll have 8 billion FE in here. So I've got lots of power storage. And there we have it, 8 billion FE sitting in my Ender cell network. And I'm tempted to make another one of those 2 billion batteries to stick in here just so I have a nice round number of 10 billion FE. But I do like this. I like how that works. I like being able to spread stuff around. This guy was running quite hot and heavy, which is fine. It actually produced a lot more of the cyanite, which was great. I can recycle that around if ever I run out of this, and I still have hundreds of ores, or actual yeah, the actual full ores to process. Anyway, I like power. I do. The idea of being able to empower stuff with that orb, that's a fun mechanic. I like it a lot. I do like these networks to hold the power, and huge amounts of it. I like that a lot. And then be able to use that in those dimensional cells to just easily transport them around. Very nice. Although this is pretty cheap, I could use these going forward, but yeah, I've got the dimensional cells. I'll keep those. Anyway, this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here, having too much fun on the FTOG All the Mods 8 server, getting some power done with Powah. And thanks for watching.